Hey, my name is Liz. On this channel, I'm going to be talking largely about my budget. I have a goal to save 15K by the end of next year, hopefully 5K by the end of this year. And I'm doing that by working two jobs. I work at a restaurant and a retail pet store, and I'm just spending as little money as I can. I'm, treating myself when I want to because it's just my money. But I'm trying to be more frugal and be more aware of what I'm spending. So, for the past few years, I've had a budget because I was joint finances with my husband, and we had spending problems. I developed some bad spending habits. He had some really bad spending habits, and we needed a budget. And so we budgeted every single dollar from our paychecks every single month, and every single month we went over. Before I got married, I had 20,000, and we don't have that anymore. I've separated our finances, so I now have my own bank account, and I'm working on rebuilding that savings. We lost it due to some poor financial decisions and a lot of bad luck, and me feeling like I had to support my new husband because that's what a wife does. I mean, it wasn't my money anymore, it was our money. But now I want my money again because it stresses me out living on the edge every single month. So I'm rebuilding my savings, and I've decided to do it the same way I did before. I don't have a strict budget. I buy what I need, and I just value money, and I know what it means when I spend $20 or when I spend $30 or if I spend $200. I am aware of what is in my bank account, what is coming out of my bank account, and the gravity of when I spend a lot of money like that. So this channel is just going to be kind of me largely just documenting what I'm buying to kind of hold myself accountable. I have, if my little cat will let me show you my budget. Move, baby kitty. Move, books. Oh my gosh. So this is kind of how I'm budgeting. So I'm writing down my account balances. So my bank account, the credit cards I have in the negative, and I had a small amount of cash because I did an art show. So this is, I didn't track my expenses very well last week. You can see I write down what I buy. I didn't buy a whole lot. I bought some stuff in cash during the art show, but I still made about $500, $570 before purchases, so I spent about $70 at the show. I paid for a Yukon, a drill press, and a ring bender. The drill press and ring bender are for my business. I make some art stuff, and the Yukon is a vehicle that my parents gave me. I'm very blessed in the way my parents support me, and they bought a new car, so they gave me the old one. I just had to pay for the repair. I deposited the Lash of Cash on Wednesday. On Thursday, I wrote down no purchases, but that's not true because I paid for the registration for the Yukon. But I guess there's no, frivolous purchases. But I did put the Yukon on my credit card, which brought it up to $918.74. I got a paycheck from my pet store job, $425.12. It is going to be less going forward because I'm getting fewer hours because I went full-time at the restaurant. And so I paid off the cards, and this is what I have today. I have $2,607.18 in the bank account, none on my credit cards except for it's a Best Buy card. I'm not super happy I have that card, but it is in a no interest period right now, and I have some major car repairs, so that one for the Yukon, and then I have one for my Corolla. So I do have those major repairs. Since it's in a no interest period, instead of draining my savings entirely, because the total repairs for both cars is about $2,000, like a little over $2,000, I'm just putting it on that credit card, and I will pay it off in increments of $300 a month, essentially, until it's gone. And then by then the no interest period will be over. But I didn't feel comfortable completely draining my savings. I know that putting it on a credit card isn't much better because that's still money I owe. But seeing that number in my bank account go back down to zero just isn't great for me. So I am putting it on the card. But I'm very good at paying off my cards. I've had credit cards since 2021, and I've only ever paid interest one time, $5 of interest, because I carried a small balance. But I spent today $6.63 at my job because I was hungry, and my employee meal did not satisfy me. And I paid off all my cards, brought it down to zero, and brought my balance to that in my bank account. It is still pending, but I calculated that as the new balance based on what I paid off. But that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just trying to hold myself accountable as to what I buy. And hopefully just like being able to track and be aware of what I'm spending in addition to doing this, it'll help me hold myself accountable. It has worked pretty well so far. This month was my first month with my own bank account, and I saved $850. It's been nice because I'm working 2 jobs. I work about 65 hours a week. It's a lot. I don't have a lot of spare time to do the stuff I want to do around the house, etc. But I know that I am working to build my savings back up and become a little more independent. So I'm very excited about that. But that's pretty much it. That's welcome to day 26 of my financial journey. Hopefully by this time next year I'll have about 13K, and in a couple months after that I'll have 15. But yeah, welcome.